everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Now, I am coming to you today. We are called GemmyD on Trucks today. We're taking a look at a 2021 Ford F-150. This is a all new for this model year. This is the 14th generation F-150, and it goes without saying, the reputation of this car precedes it. This has been the best-selling car or truck in America for over 40 years. They sold almost 800,000 of these bad boys last year for 2020, and now for 21, this is an all new sheet metal, all new technology. I borrowed this car from Hoffman Ford here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is the dealer where I will be buying my Ford Bronco hopefully later this year. So we're gonna go over all the new specs. We're gonna get it out on the road. So let's take a look at the F-150. Now this truck has a 3.5 liter V6 motor, 400 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, that is really impressive. I mean, it is a twin turbo. That is even the same horsepower figure as the V8 Coyote motor. Now there are so many different options for bed sizes and trim levels and engines. There is even now a hybrid F-150 that has a normal gas engine plus an added battery pack. This is a Lariat trim. There's also the XL, XLT, King Ranch. I mean, there's going to be a Raptor with a big V8 in this thing. So this is finished in a nice gray that almost looks a little green in the sunlight. So we're going to go over all the specs, the design. I think this is the best looking truck on the market. I know the Dodge Ram has been pretty new and updated, and the GMC Sierra is pretty attractive too. But we're going to go over the little details that I think make this the best truck, but also all the thoughtful features this has to make it a really nice work truck. So let's talk about the styling. Okay, now starting up front with the design. Now people have sort of complained that the 2020, the last model year of the previous generation, sort of looks almost too identical to this updated version. Now, I think since like the early 2010s was a sort of revolutionary design, this is just sort of an update on that. I mean, dimensions wise, it is pretty similar to the outgoing Ford. But one thing that I really love is that the headlight design, the LEDs go the whole way from the front all the way down into the bumper. I don't think any other truck has that the LEDs go down into the bumper. If it was me, I'd honestly like something a little bit different than all the chrome, but I think it fits. I mean, you've got dual projector headlights right there. There's your turn signal in the middle. I think the turn signal goes on the bottom, but just those LEDs that go the whole way from the top of the truck down, I just think looks really good. Now there's just a slight little bulge on the hood there. I mean, this has a V6 twin turbo, but it's not a huge V8 big rumbling thing. But I just think overall this is a really attractive truck. I mean, me personally, I don't care for the chrome, but I think it looks okay. Now this car comes standard with the running boards right there. There's your little boomerang on the side that tells you the trim there, the Lariat. Now you've got lights and cameras on the side of the mirrors there. There's buttons on the inside that you can turn the lights on, plus that's the camera system. And the camera system is really impressive. I will go into that when we get inside the truck. But yeah, this is the shorter bed. You can get definitely a longer bed. But yeah, the LEDs of the taillights I think look pretty good. Ford sort of does something interesting with like the Expedition. This part of the light, it's really lit up like wide. I mean, this is like a really big area to have like LEDs, and I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, this has the FX4 off-road package. It gives you a little bit beefier suspension up under there. You've got nice big 18-inch tires and rims. Again, it's chrome, which is okay. And you've got a chrome exhaust tip right there. Now I did my driving video already, and I sort of went off-roading just for like 30 seconds. It just got a little dirt on there. Now, here's another thing that makes this truck so impressive is the bed itself. So this right here, this is an LED light that you can flash backwards if you're working at night, but this is power operated, goes down. And another thing which is such a good idea is that there are rulers on the back of the bed right here. I mean, there's like pencil holders. You can put screws and nuts right here. There's rulers. This goes to 4 feet, and then there's centimeters. But if you press this button on the truck right here, this flops down, and this comes up as a holder right here. Look at that. I mean, you can walk right up into the truck. So we're gonna do that right now. Boom, there's your handle. Look at that, just like that. That's such a good idea. So I'm gonna get down. Now to put this down, there's a number 1 right there. You see that, you press that, and that goes down. There's a number 2. That flops down, hides in the bed right there. And this just pushes right back up, like that. How easy was that? I mean, that is just so cool. I mean, if you're, let's say you're a little bigger guy, you're not gonna want to climb up on top of the bed. You know, that's just such a good idea. Now this car actually has a generator in the back of it, which runs off the, you know, the motor when the engine is on. But yeah, that is a 120 volt right there. This would be amazing for tailgating. This car comes with the option of the bed liner, which they don't all come with that. That is a factory option. But yeah, I mean, it's just amazing, the little details that I think really sets this truck apart. Now let's just close this back up. Yeah, overall, I don't mind that the styling is not, you know, all fresh and brand new, sort of like the Ram was. But I just think overall this is a attractive looking truck. All right, let's take a look at the motor. Now this is the engine right here. This is the EcoBoost twin turbo V6. Like I said before, 400 horsepower, 500 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, that is really, you could totally tell all the room that's in there. You could definitely fit a big V8. But yeah, this will go 0 to 60 in something like upper 5-6 second range. And if you're wanting to buy a truck for performance, you know, you wait to get a Raptor, but I think this performance-wise would be more than adequate. So, all right, I think it's time to look at the interior. Now we're going into the F-150. Now the interior, I think, really is the star of the truck. Now, side note, I absolutely hate that noise that it is making right now, that doo-doo-doo. I have to get used to that. So this is where the good stuff happens. I mean, look at the graphics on the screen there. Even when I just open the door to come in, it would be cool if it was the gray color that this truck is. But let's start it up just to look at a couple cool features. Look at that, built Ford tough. Okay, so we have a 12-inch screen right here. This is one of the biggest screens that I've seen in a vehicle. I know the Ram has a big vertical screen, but I prefer the horizontal look. This is the same screen that's going to be in my Bronco, which makes me so excited. Now this has the latest Sync 4 technology, where you got a bunch of different things: audio, phone, nav. I don't usually go in depth too often with all the features, but look how big that is. I mean, this is a huge screen. It is just so nice. Nice crisp graphics, looks very nice. Okay, now the coolest thing about this part over here is that it is all digital. That is your tachometer that gives you a big number there. I said on the drive video, I like how big the numbers are. It just looks pretty cool. You don't really even have the you know, 60, 70, 80 going up and down. It's just one little clean, simple design right there. Now, on the steering wheel, you can go through a bunch of different things to get on the main screen right there. Towing, truck info, trip fuel, my view. There's navigation. You click the OK button. That's where you can put in different destinations. Now, I don't think you can make the screen huge like that. It just gives you options to do things, which is pretty cool, which, you know, lots of trucks have that. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, this car has, the other coolest thing about this car is that you press this button right here, the shifter goes down. Okay, now it's nice and flush, and you take this and flop it over, and look at that. You have like a working surface here. If this was me, I mean, I work outside, I could do all my computations, all my daily like reports right here. This is just, it's like a mini desk that's inside the truck. I just think that is, no other truck has that. This is the first year that they've had it for 21. That is just one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a car. It's just so unique, and it's just such a good idea. Now, if you want to go, obviously you have to put the car in park to put it down, but yeah, you could just put this back, and it goes back into your armrest right here. Press this button, shifter flips back up. Now you're good to go. I mean, that is really one of the coolest quirks and features, I will say, of a truck I've seen in a while. Now, the other really cool thing is right here, the drive mode button. Now, when you go through them, there's a different graphic for each driving mode. Okay, this says normal, tow haul, it changes the colors, changes the graphics. Eco, it's green, obviously. Sport, there's a racetrack, 4x4 shift and progress. That is an F-150 on the racetrack. The different graphics and colors. Okay, let's go into where sport. Okay, there's eco. I think I'll go back. I think I missed a couple. Tow haul, normal. Slippery, it's raining. Look at that. Deep snow, sand, mud and ruts, rock crawl. I mean, that is just amazing. There's like 8 different modes. We're gonna go back to normal. I mean, every single drive mode has its own little thing. Normal. I mean, that is just so cool. You've got buttons up here to control your hazard lights, traction control, and the camera system. So let's go over the cameras real quick. If you shift into reverse, yeah, this is really cool. You've got the guidelines there if you had something in the towing something or backing up to something, but if you hit this button, there's a bunch of different options you can go through. There's the whole screen. There is 12 inches of what is behind us. So I'm gonna move a little bit. I mean, that is just huge. I mean, really, I think the Tesla and the Dodge Ram are the only other trucks or cars that have such a big screen. Now, there's 3 different views right there. You can see if you got a fifth wheel or like a gooseneck trailer right there. I mean, it's just awesome. I mean, camera technology is one way you can tell that a car has like cutting edge technology, and this is really impressive. Yeah, there's the trailer reverse guidance, no trailer. Reverse brake, not assist. Okay. So, I mean, that is just such a good idea. Now, just to talk about the materials a little bit. Now, this is another cool little Easter egg too. This thing right here flips up. That's where you can keep your handguns and whatnot. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's the top glove box. This is the bottom glove box. But yeah, this is a lariat trim, which is sort of middle of the road. You've got nice leather seats and stitching everywhere, even on the front, armrest right here. This material on the door is kind of interesting. It feels kind of plasticky, but it feels very nice. There's a little bit of wood trim right there. I like the new design of the steering wheel right here. It feels very nice and thick in your hands. Just a nice little silver trim right here. But yeah, I cannot fault anything in this interior at all. I think the materials are nice. I mean, you've got heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, stop-start technology. I mean, for 2021, these things are getting more common, but this truck has absolutely everything. Now, I said in my other video when I was just finishing my drive, which I did the drive section first, which I normally do second, this truck is really making me excited to own my Bronco later this year. I mean, I'm sort of geeking out, and I never ever in a million years thought that I would own a Bronco, let alone an SUV Ford. But just, I don't want to say the technology is going to trickle down to the Bronco. It just has equally as good technology. I mean, I'm not going to tow. You don't have the tow hitch and everything and the cool bed with the Bronco, but this makes me very excited to own a Ford in the near future. So I'm pumped. So let's take a look at the back seat. Now I'm going to the back seat, and I have all my gear down here. But you've got a nice little running board right here to step up onto. Now, I had these seats. Now, there's a bunch of, mats and everything back here. I had the seat where I was. This is at least 6 more inches of room that I have here. You could definitely take your whole family here to get, go on trips. And you've got the same nice material on the doors. I don't even know what that is. Nice little wood trim right there. I mean, this is quality. This car has the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is amazing. I tried that out earlier. It doesn't really come across in the camera, that's why I didn't really show it too much. But there is a nice shot of the interior, just that massive screen, and it's just awesome. I don't fault this car for quality or materials at all. Even back here, you have a normal plug, and then your 12 volt, for your phones and stuff. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this is very impressive. Now, up above us, I have the shade closed, but this whole area is a sunroof, and I'll open the shade in a little bit. But yeah, that is just this truck is not missing anything. Twin turbo, lots of technology, cameras are nice, materials are nice, the performance is there, and it was so quiet to drive too, which hopefully you will watch the next video. So I'm very impressed with this truck. Like I said before, this has been the best-selling car in America for over 40 years, which generally means I think they know what they're doing. So I'm excited to be a future Ford owner. I can't find anything wrong with this truck. I'm trying to film my outro outside, but it's windy. So anyway, this truck is very impressive on many levels, and I think if I was in the market for a truck, I would definitely go this way. I just think the technology is there, the performance and comfort. And this truck was so quiet and decent to drive on the highway. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at GemmyD on Cars, where you can see the cars and trucks that I drive before they get posted to YouTube. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya. Also, how could I forget? Thank you to Troy and Hoffman Ford in Harrisburg, PA on Jonestown Road for giving me access to this truck. I'm going to keep saying that. So go check them out at Hoffman Ford. I will put their link right here. Go check them out. Go buy this truck.
I am once again asking for your financial support.